Planning your Alaskan cruise can take a lot of work, and depending on your desired experience and shore excursions, the weather and time of year can have a big impact. But fear not, we created some insider tips to help you get the most out of your visit regardless of the weather during your Inside Passage cruise. Read below for our comprehensive guide and be fully prepared for Ketchikan, Skagway, and Juneau weather. Let's start our weather journey through the Inside Passage in likely the same way that you'll start your cruise. As we leave the comparably sunny ports of Seattle and Vancouver, we sail to possibly the rainiest city in America. At the southern end of the Tongass National Rainforest, Ketchikan sees an average annual rainfall of 140 to 160 inches. You'll be lucky to catch some sunshine here. This constant rain gives Ketchikan a lush green rainforest and flowing waterfalls year-round. Make sure to check out the rain gauge next to the visitor center. It may be wet, but with the right gear, you'll be plenty warm and happy. You can be sure that your tour guides will gear you up accordingly for your shore excursions. Don't forget to ask for your very own set of pogies. Yep, that's their real name. On the Kayak Eco Tour or Orca's Cove Kayak, you'll be happy to have them. We always recommend bringing your own raincoats as you pack for Alaska. But know that when necessary, our guides will do everything to ensure that you stay warm and dry. And if you have any questions, just ask one of our Alaska agents about the specific gear provided on tour. And finally, don't be discouraged from taking to the skies. Though rain is pretty common, there are plenty of clear days in Ketchikan for you to soar through the skies. Ketchikan is one of the best places to experience the wonder of a float plane landing for yourself. Take a trip to the Misty Fjords, which looks even more gorgeous as the fog lifts off the mountaintops. Soar over to Neats Bay to see how black bears live in the salmon capital of the world. And ziplines are great tours for something you can do rain or shine. The Rainforest Canopy and Zipline Expedition in Ketchikan offers great views no matter the weather. The months of June, July, and August offer average temperatures in the mid-60s, with the warmest month being July. The shoulder season of May and September brings cooler weather in the mid-50s. The average rainfall for May through August can range from 6.6 to 9.9 inches every month, while September's average is 13.7 inches. Even with all of this rain, you still have many options for tours that can handle the weather. Enjoy the local flora and fauna with a guided walk through the Wildlife Sanctuary and Eagle Center. Fly through the lush rainforest on the Canopy and Zipline Expedition, or hit the backcountry in the fun off-road adventure carts. Experience the life of a local Ketchikan fisherman with the wilderness exploration, or ride on the infamous Aleutian Ballad ship for the Bering Sea Crab Fisherman Tour. We have left the rainy city and reached our middle ground capital of Alaska that sees less than half the annual precipitation of Ketchikan. The rain is usually more of a drizzle rather than a downpour, but the weather in Juneau changes quickly. You may see sunshine and blue skies, and then a heavy cloud cover and rain, all within your brief time in Juneau. Don't be too discouraged if the sun isn't shining while you're here. The mist and fog sit beautifully in the trees and surrounding mountains, making you feel as if you're in an enchanted wonderland. If you're planning a trip to one of the nearby glaciers, you may actually prefer one of the overcast days that Juneau offers. The cloud cover enhances the appearance of the deep blue ice along the glacier, which makes for stunning pictures. Keep in mind that the glaciers are usually 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than the temperature in town, so if you're planning a trip to the glacier, you'll want to add a couple more layers. If you're looking for a way to step foot on a glacier that has a lesser chance of being weather canceled than helicopter tours, consider the Mendenhall Glacier Paddle and Trek or the Mendenhall Glacier Trek. You'll stay nice and warm from the activity and the provided rain jacket, rain pants, and rubber boots. Juneau, Alaska weather remains fairly mild throughout the summer. The shoulder season, May and September, are typically in the mid-50s, while June, July, and August are usually low 60s to mid-70s. On sunny July days, the temperature can reach the high 70 degrees Fahrenheit. May through August have an average precipitation of 3.3 to 5.6 inches of rain each month, while September's average is 8.5 inches. Juneau is the place for whale watching. The magnificent humpback whales will help you forget about any gloomy weather. And if you forgot that extra layer, just head inside to the heated enclosed area of the catamaran for warmth. Looking for a sled dog experience that's guaranteed to run regardless of the weather? Take a ride over to Douglas Island for the Sled Dog Discovery and Musher Camp Tour. If you're looking for a more adventurous excursion, consider flying through the trees at the local ski resort on the Alaskan zipline tour. We've made it to the sunniest of all the Inside Passage ports. Skagway, Alaska weather is milder and warmer than any of the other Inside Passage port towns we've traveled through on this journey. Skagway is a tiny town tucked in a valley between big, beautiful mountains. As such, it can be quite windy at times. Can't stand the wind? Consider a tour that takes you over to Haines via fast ferry and enjoy the views along the breathtaking Chilkoot Lake. Another option for escaping the wind could be any of our mini coach bus tours along the Klondike Highway. The White Pass Summit and City Tour, half-day Yukoner, or full-day Yukon Discovery will keep you warm and comfortable in the vehicle as you take in the beautiful sights and make stops along the way for pictures. May and September bring temperatures in the mid-50s, while June, July, and August are usually mid-60s. Low precipitation of 1 to 2 inches from May through August, with September averages of 4.3 inches. On average, the warmest summer month is July. We have so many popular tours that don't risk being canceled due to the weather in Skagway. Hang out with the dogs on the Sled Dog and Musher Camp, or zip around the forest over waterfalls on the Grizzly Falls zipline. Or hop on the famous White Pass train for a cozy ride up to White Pass Summit. Summertime in Alaska is absolutely stunning, regardless of rain or overcast skies. And even if the weather in Ketchikan, Juneau, or Skagway is not ideal, you'll still be blessed with plenty of daylight. In the beginning of summer in southeast Alaska, the sun rises around 4:30 a.m. and sets around 9:30 p.m. By mid-August, the sun rises around 5:30 a.m. and sets around 8:30 p.m. The longest day of the year in southeast Alaska is June 21st with 18 hours and 18 minutes. You're now fully prepared to enjoy your visit regardless of the weather conditions. Many of our tour guides do provide gear, but don't hesitate to reach out with any questions about what to bring beforehand. By following this guide and wearing the appropriate clothing, you'll ensure a mostly dry and happy visit along the Inside Passage. See you out there!